My new manager walked into the office on a Monday morning and took the promotion I had spent 3 years earning. Everyone expected me to quit, argue, or make a scene. Instead, I smiled, congratulated him, worked exactly from 9 to 5, and went home every day. 4 days later, the company discovered 39 unanswered client tickets, 3 angry corporate accounts, and a mistake worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. What happened next changed my career forever. For nearly 3 years, I was the person everyone depended on. I arrived before sunrise, stayed late, covered emergencies on weekends, and solved problems nobody else wanted to touch. Whenever a client account was at risk, my phone rang. Whenever a project was falling apart, management called me into meetings. I never complained because I believed hard work would eventually be recognized. When rumors of a promotion started spreading through the office, almost everyone assumed I was the obvious choice. The position was for operations manager, a role that would finally reward years of effort and responsibility. My coworkers congratulated me before the decision was even announced. Some even joked that they were already preparing to call me boss. I was confident but careful. I did not celebrate early because I wanted to hear it directly from leadership. Deep down, however, I believed the opportunity was finally mine. Everything changed during a company meeting on a rainy Thursday afternoon. The executives gathered everyone in the conference room and announced the promotion. Instead of hearing my name, I heard the name of a man who had joined the company only 6 months earlier. He had experience on paper, but everyone knew he relied heavily on my knowledge to navigate daily operations. The room went silent for a second before polite applause filled the space. My stomach tightened, but I forced a smile and shook his hand. He looked relieved, almost surprised himself. After the meeting, coworkers surrounded me with disbelief. Several people expected me to storm into the executive office and demand answers. Others assumed I would immediately start looking for another job. Instead, I thanked everyone for their support and returned to my desk. The new manager stopped by later and confidently explained how he planned to improve efficiency and increase productivity. As he spoke, I noticed something important. He believed all the extra work I handled happened automatically. He thought the department ran smoothly because of procedures rather than the countless invisible problems I solved every day. That evening, I made a decision that shocked everyone. I would no longer work and paid overtime. I would no longer answer messages at midnight. I would no longer monitor systems during weekends or fix issues during lunch breaks. From that day forward, I would do exactly what my employment contract required. I would arrive at 9 o'clock in the morning, perform my assigned responsibilities, and leave at 5 o'clock in the evening. Nothing more and nothing less. The first day felt strange. At exactly 5 o'clock, I packed my laptop and headed for the elevator. My manager looked confused. He reminded me about several client requests that still needed attention. I politely informed him that those tasks were outside my assigned responsibilities and suggested he prioritize them as management saw fit. He nodded confidently and assured me everything was under control. For the first time in years, I spent an evening with my family without checking work emails every few minutes. By the second day, small cracks began appearing. A client escalation sat in touch for hours because nobody knew the correct approval process. A software issue that I normally fixed in 10 minutes remained unresolved all afternoon. Employees started asking the new manager questions, but he struggled to provide answers. Instead of admitting uncertainty, he repeatedly told everyone he was developing a better system. Meanwhile, work quietly accumulated behind the scenes. On the third day, the pressure increased dramatically. Several important customers complained about delayed responses. Internal teams began arguing over responsibilities because nobody understood how many tasks I had previously coordinated in the background. The manager called an emergency meeting and asked everyone to increase productivity. During the discussion, I remained calm and professional. Whenever questions arose about tasks I used to handle voluntarily, I simply explained that they were never officially assigned to me. The room became uncomfortably quiet. Late that afternoon, I received a request to meet with senior leadership. The atmosphere felt completely different from the promotion meeting a week earlier. This time, they asked detailed questions about operational procedures, customer relationships, and department challenges. For nearly 2 hours, I explained how everything truly worked. I remained respectful and professional, never attacking anyone personally. The facts spoke for themselves. 2 days later, the company announced another leadership change. The new manager was reassigned to a different role, and executives admitted serious mistakes had been made during the promotion process. More importantly, they implemented new policies ensuring critical responsibilities were documented and fairly compensated. Shortly afterward, I was offered a significantly better position with higher pay, stronger authority, and direct access to executive leadership. The experience taught me something valuable. Hard work matters, but invisible work often goes unnoticed until it disappears. For years, I believed loyalty alone would guarantee recognition. In reality, organizations sometimes fail to appreciate contributions they never have to think about. The moment I stopped carrying everyone else, the truth became impossible to ignore. Today, whenever someone asks how I got revenge after losing my promotion, I tell them I never sought revenge at all. I simply stopped giving away what others refuse to value. Sometimes the most powerful response is not anger, confrontation, or revenge. Sometimes the strongest move is quietly doing exactly what you were hired to do and allowing reality to reveal itself. As I left the office that evening, I walked past the conference room where executives were still discussing the disaster. For days earlier, they believed replacing me was an easy decision. Now they finally understood the value of the person they had overlooked. I never yelled. I never argued. I never sabotaged anything. I simply stopped carrying the weight they pretended did not exist, and that changed everything.